Pablo Escobar, the king of cocaine, a criminal mastermind whose name still echoes in the world of crime and infamy. But what if we told you Escobar wasn't just a ruthless drug lord? What if, in another life, he could have been one of the greatest entrepreneurs the world had ever seen? Born in 1949 in a modest home in Rio Negro, Colombia, Pablo Escobar's early life was far from glamorous. His family lived a simple life. But even as a child, Escobar showed a certain spark, an ambition that went beyond his small surroundings. He wasn't just a boy looking to survive, he was a boy looking to thrive. From an early age, Pablo had a relentless drive to make money, to rise above his circumstances. One of his first business ventures, selling stolen tombstones. Yes, tombstones. While stealing and selling tombstones is hardly the work of a moral man, this shows us something crucial. Escobar could see opportunity where others couldn't. He had the vision of an entrepreneur, even if the means were illegal. Most people would pass by a graveyard and see only sorrow. Pablo saw an untapped market, and that was just the beginning. Pablo's early years were filled with creative ventures. He began selling contraband cigarettes, operating a black market of goods that the government heavily taxed or outlawed, but for him it was simply a matter of supply and demand. Then came fake diplomas. Escobar wasn't just selling a piece of paper, he was selling people a future, albeit a counterfeit one. Each of these ventures required skills that mirror those of legitimate entrepreneurs, understanding markets, negotiating deals, managing risk, and most importantly, creating solutions to problems. These are the building blocks of business success. But instead of choosing the path of legal trade, Pablo kept taking shortcuts, crossing moral lines along the way. Yet, what truly made Pablo different was his vision. From a young age, Escobar wasn't content with small-time deals. He didn't just want to make a living. He wanted to create an empire. He dreamed of wealth and influence on a massive scale. This ambition, this forward-thinking mentality, is common among many of history's greatest entrepreneurs. Like Jobs, Bezos, or Musk, Escobar had the rare ability to dream big, to see a world where he could be on top, controlling every aspect of his industry. The tragedy here is that Escobar could have been one of them, a legitimate mogul. He had the charisma to inspire loyalty, the brains to build a massive enterprise, and the foresight to see where his markets were heading. But instead of focusing his talents on legal ventures, Escobar saw an opportunity in the drug trade. The same entrepreneurial spirit that could have made him a tech visionary or a global CEO was now being used to build a criminal empire. And unlike most other criminals, Pablo wasn't just running a business, he was creating a system. His drug network was sophisticated, like the logistics operations of Amazon or the supply chains of multinational corporations. And here's where we need to be clear. Escobar was not just a criminal, he was a strategist. He diversified his portfolio, from real estate to politics to building entire neighborhoods. His network was vast and complex, with everything from raw materials to distribution, almost mirroring the intricate supply chain of legal corporations. He had a product, cocaine, that was in high demand, and he knew how to market it, how to deliver it, and how to protect it. Escobar understood the core principles of business. Know your market, control your supply, and eliminate your competition. But again, the tragedy lies in his choices. His business was built on violence, exploitation, and corruption. Escobar had all the skills necessary to become a titan of legitimate industry. He could have built a real legacy, but instead he became the leader of one of the most dangerous drug cartels in history. He built his empire on the suffering of others, and in the end his path led to destruction, for himself, his family, and thousands of others. In the end, Pablo Escobar's story is not just one of crime, it's a story of wasted potential. A man who had the mind of an entrepreneur, the drive of a visionary, and the charisma of a leader, all misused in the pursuit of power through illegal means. Escobar's life reminds us that great talents, when channeled down the wrong path, can lead to devastating outcomes. Pablo Escobar could have been remembered as a revolutionary entrepreneur. Instead, his legacy is that of a criminal mastermind whose empire ultimately crumbled, leaving only destruction in its wake. This is the untold story of Pablo Escobar, the entrepreneur who chose the wrong path.